No one can hold me down. Let's get back into it. Oh my God. I cannot believe I'm here, but I am. Um, this is interesting. I'm gonna give it a little. I'm gonna let the kids woo me. I'm gonna let the babies bring me in. Right now, it's given that they trying to reheat season 6 and season 7's nachos, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what the girls in the gays, Lord, it's not UK. What the girls and the guys are gonna give. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give them a moment. I'm not really, they're not really pulling me in, but I think we'll get pulled in when it's probably like twists and turns and see how people react about that. We got to let the Love Island producers mess around with our Sims for a minute. And then I think we'll probably get something. Right now, I'm like, okay, let's get in episode 1. Sorry I wasn't here. I was voting and I was stressed as hell. I live in LA. Keep us in your prayers. But we're here today and we're going to go through episode 1 real quick, and then we'll hop into episode 2. I'm always taken aback by the intro, like the first episode intro. Do they do this in UK? I don't remember this, but I used to pirate back in the day, not anymore, not on this computer. I used to pirate Love Island UK, so I never got to see the intro. But did they do that over there? Did they do like a lip sync? Like, why are they lip syncing for their lives? It never made any sense to me. I think I overlooked it in season 7 because they ate that intro. But again, it was all like actors, performers, and influencers. So everybody could dance, everybody could sing. Like it was expected for them to eat. They ate that intro, and then I'm looking at this intro, and I'm like, oh, it's regular people. So that's why it looks this way. And it kind of looks a bit awkward, but I'm always like taken aback because I'm just like, what was the point of this? If you guys have been watching Love Island for a very long time, please let me know. Why is the intro of them lip syncing? Oh my God, I'm just thinking about Cordell lip syncing and spinning that suitcase around. I love season 6. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Can you guys tell me why? Is there a reason? It doesn't have to be a reason, but what an odd way to open up your show about finding love. Lip syncing for your life? Okay. And also the people of Fiji, they had the whole island in the background dancing. Lord, please free the people of Fiji. My God, today. Love Island got them in a 360 deal. That poor island. Here's the thing with Love Island. Still talking about the intro. What is this song? No shade to homegirl who is singing a Love Island intro. No shade. Love Island song will always be, I came here for love. No one can hold me down. Like, I won't give it up. No. I want you to reach out. Like, there will be no other song. So I don't know why we're here. I don't know why we keep on doing this. I am never going to remember these intro songs because I only remember the song that broke the mold. And it is, I came here for love. We need to just leave it as that. I realize y'all want to pay that girl. Y'all want to make her a billionaire. But just pay her, give her her coins. She made the song for all of Love Island. UK, Australia. Is there ever going to be a South Africa, Nigeria? Was that a lie? Did somebody lie to me about that? Because I've been waiting for Love Island, South Africa. But they got a lot going on. Never mind. A lot going on over there, child. But is Love Island, Nigeria coming? Like, did y'all lie to me? Is that made up? Because I feel like I've been waiting for that for years. And I have yet to see it. But I feel like for every iteration of Love Island, it just needs to be that song. We have to realize that sometimes moments happen in life. It's unexpected, but it's predestined, right? Like when Whitney Houston sang the national anthem, nobody else can sing it because nobody got that anointing. Nobody got that oil like her. So you can sing the national anthem all you want. You'll never, hello, Fergie, you'll never get the reaction that everybody when we hear Whitney Houston sing the national anthem. It's a shifting in the atmosphere. And that's how it is with I came here for love. It's a shifting in the atmosphere.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball. Thank you.
Whitney.
No, not Whitney. Whitley Houston. Thank you. Thank you, Whitley Houston.
Jealousy always shows up.
That's what it is, girl. You got me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I came here for love. Y'all give it to her. Give her the coin. Pay that woman. Pay that woman. Give her the coin. No other song fits. That's it. Give her and them writers their money. Don't use nobody else. I don't even know what the song was. I don't know. I don't know the song, but I know I came here. No one down. Come on, that's our song. Like, just give her the money. So anyway, let's meet the Islanders. So the first person that we meet is Kenzie and Anaya. Oh, I'm getting. Oh! I just thought about season 7. Those two dark-skinned queens walked into that villa and they said, we're going to make history. And that they did. Who knew it would end up the way it did? But to go from Alandria and Shelley entering the villa to Kenzie and Anaya. Okay. We're shaking things up. Diversity. I get it, but I'm like, oh, we needed an entrance. Kennesaw Kenzie, and Anaya. Wait, amen. We'll see where we're at the end of this, but at season 7, it was something in the water. It was an anointing. I don't know. We let the devil get in. My God, today, stay prayed up because he's always lurking. But Kenzie and Anaya, they walk in. Can I tell you, the pictures on Instagram, you got to meet people. I would have never thought that was Anaya. From Anaya's pictures and her, you know what? Forgive me.
So what you think?
I'm always thinking, like, when you say Georgia, I think Atlanta immediately. Because, it's just like when nobody say Pennsylvania, you say Philly. I get it, right? So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about Atlanta. Her picture was giving Atlanta. And she walked in and she was like, hey. I said, oh, okay. She's a cutie. She's so adorable. I think that's is that a wig? I think that's her hair. Everybody is dragging her. It's like, oh my God, why wouldn't I wear a wig? She got me convinced because that texture matchup.
Yeah, whether it's a wig or her hair,
it looks great. It looks great. It really works for her. But she just
hater nation.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. Black women are real sensitive about the hair. Because everybody's just like, why did the girl come on? They were braids, myself included. Here's the thing. For me, this is just my opinion. Serena, for Black girls, Serena is the standard for how you should do your hair. Serena is the standard. Alandria is the standard for makeup for the Black girls. That's just my opinion. Right? You don't got to take it. It's giving a little something. Take it or leave it. But everybody was trying to say like the hair was a wig or whatever. I think it actually looked good on her. I will say from the pictures from her Instagram, I did not think that was going to be Anaya. Like, I just was expecting a different personality. And she was like, oh my God, hi, Kenzie. I said, oh. And Kenzie was like, oh my God, hi. I was like, oh.
So what were you expecting?
I was expecting.
No, speak.
Marietta is not Atlanta. You know what I mean? Like, I was expecting. Kennesaw is not Atlanta. I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I just realized there are different people. No, there are different people in Atlanta, and it's like in Georgia, but it's always so crazy because when I think of like Georgia, I think of the South, which it is. But then you have two people who are like, don't give the South on this show, and it's just showing, there's varieties in the South. But I'm just like, oh,
no, you wanted Tiny to show up.
What? No, I did not, Mom. No, I did not. I'm talking about Kenzie too. Kenzie from Kennesaw? I'm like, did y'all grow up there? Anyway, moving on. But Kenzie and Anaya, they walk through. They're very excited you can tell. So this is the thing. It's like the first day. So you can tell everybody's very nervous. So they had their little nerves on, and it was cute to see them exploring the house. Maybe it's because Juneteenth is upon us, but I didn't hate. I just thought that it was just like, why is Kenzie getting a Whitney Houston? She got like a full Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody. She got the whole song. They paid a lot of money for Kenzie's intro. And I was like, we couldn't give no shade. We couldn't give Kenzie Anita Baker and giving Anaya Whitney Houston. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Then Melanie from North Philly enter. No accent. Is everybody using their work voice? Because Molly was like, hi, I'm Melanie. I'm from North Philly. She didn't even do all that. I'm from North Philly. I said, North? It's Norf. Did you just get there? Are they lying? Are they lying about where they're from? Like people lie about their jobs on this show.
She's not lying.
Melanie does not. She did that. She looked like she's from North Philly.
Give her a couple of days.
Okay. I was like, were you born there, or you just?
Everybody comes with their representative.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm from Philly.
Everybody comes with their representative.
Did we gentrify there, or were we born there? Either way, my ears perked up. Oh, you know what? Let her get angry. Okay, we gotta wait for her to get angry. She's also a Dominicana. We got Dominicans in Philly. It used to be all Puerto Ricans. We never had Dominicans or Mexicans. Last time I went back to Philly, I saw Mexican people. I said, oh, okay, we diversifying the Latinos because Puerto Ricans had Philly on lock. Child, we getting popular. But she's a Dominican from North Philly. I know we were expecting a Maya Papaya. Not even Angelina. But we're going to see. We are going to see. Maybe she's using her work voice. Then enters Trinity and Beatrice. Now, first of all, full disclosure, Beatrice is my girl. I will say, when Melanie told her that she was Latina, Beatrice was like, oh, you my girl. But I was like, why are we shocked that Melanie is also Latina? Why was that shocking? Beatrice. Still my girl though, but let's clean that up. But they all meet and the girls are all happy to finally see each other. Then we get into Beatrice's intro and she's talking about she likes the mouth mullet. Auntie had to Google. I said, what is that? Mouth mullet. The kids are calling beards mouth mullets now. Just go back to Ebonics because mouth mullet is not hitting. But she said she likes a nice little mouth mullet. And I think she probably said that in her application because she got just what she asked for. We'll get into episode 2 a little later. What I like about, let me bring her up, because I'm going to talk about her for a minute. What I like about Beatrice, my girl, I feel like I identify with her. Here's why. She is very sure of who she is, right? Very sure, very confident, very independent, right? She's not going to be, she stands apart from the male-centered women of her generation, and she's really sure on what she wants, and she is not budging. You are not going to get this girl performing for a man. Now, the show might break her down. She may have a moment, but that is not who she is. And I really, really like that about her because she stands apart. And I think it may be because she is different, right? And the difference is Beatrice was born with a disability, and she's disabled. And she had her, I believe it's her right leg partially amputated. amputated. She has like half of her leg. And I think maybe, you know, she had to be sure of herself and she had to be strong very early on. And I think because of that, here we have this young woman who is like given 36. Like real, not performing for no man, not trying to make you feel good. If this is not working, she gonna move on. I am liking what I'm seeing in Beatrice. Ooh.
When she was raised, her family raised her like, don't let anything hold you back.
Yeah.
Just because
Very strong. I like that about her.
Disability, that doesn't mean you're not beautiful. That doesn't mean, you know what I mean, you're not attractive. You is just as capable of anybody else.
Yeah.
And I like that. She has confidence. And she was raised with that. She was raised to know that she has self-worth. That she could be stand against the next person. You know, they didn't make her feel bad because, you know, I guess when she went to school letting them know what.
Yeah, kids could be cruel.
Yeah, but they.
So that's why I say I feel like she's more mature than the people her age, and especially people on this cast, because she's had to deal with more and probably grow up faster.
And but that says a lot about how she was raised.
Yeah,
she was raised to know that you're not different from anybody else. You know what I mean? You can stand with,
and which probably pushed her to excel because she's an Olympian, a Paralympics Olympian.
Yeah.
So the girl is decorated. I'm enjoying watching her journey, and what I'm also enjoying is that her disability is not the focus at all.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Now, Love Island, you started something. Don't introduce us to an energy you can't maintain. Let's get into Serenity. So I could wait, what's her name? Trinity. I'm sorry. I keep on calling her Serenity because this is, in certain pictures, she gives Serena. Now, in movement on camera, it doesn't get Serena, but on pictures, she definitely gives Serena with a bit of Alandria, but it's more leaning towards Serena. So forgive me if I call her Serenity. Serenity, Trinity. I knew about her before I even watched the episode. And it's because I was talking about her hair, right? And I finally got to the part where the concern was. So we're not even a full day in, and we see Serenity
with her weave glue.
With her weave glue.
I said, now wait a minute.
Mama, did you watch the show? Because that's why everybody's telling the black girls to get braids or get a sew-in. You have to get something or like a deep wave sew-in. Yes, you're already gluing your track. It hasn't been 24 hours. This is Love Island, but there's already going to be some challenges, and we just looking out for you, Mama. We don't want you to look crazy in front of the world, especially with the hit that you've watching.
And water and all that stuff.
We're just looking out for you. So I don't know why. I think yeah, 6 weeks. Day one, you re-gluing tracks. Why do we? Is this a wig cap? Oh Lord, I don't know why we don't do braids and sew-ins. I think if that is not a nice hair, great matchup. I think that might be a sew-in or a crochet. That's the thing. Black girls who want to come on Love Island, braids, sew-in, crochet, or a little baldy, a little low boy, a little pixie.
Heck, you know.
You can be on the show with finger waves.
Oh, finger waves. But how you gonna keep them in the challenges?
Oh, you know what? I don't know, y'all. I just wouldn't do wigs. I wouldn't do wigs, and I wouldn't do leave out. Now people are talking about, oh, Clark did a leave out. Clark was there for 2 days. She was there for 2 days. She's in the beginning, and she might go all the way to the end. If here's the thing: you also don't know if you're going to be a bombshell or a cast member. Just to be safe, I would say braids, crochet, or sew-ins. Just to be safe. But I'm liking Serenity. So far. Trinity, Serenity. Same thing. This is supposed to be the Serena of the show. Same thing, but I knew about. I just wanted to bring her up because I knew about her before I even watched the show because was her hair was making a big statement on Threads. Anyway, let's get to the first challenge, and it is a compatible challenge. In this challenge, you they what's the host asked people, what's her name? Ariana asked people what, things about themselves, and they stand at the door that best suits them. And when you open the door, who's ever in that door, you got to make out with them. Let's talk about, where is he at? Let's talk about the pig who's the baby father. ACAB, right? The pig can kiss. The pig know what he doing. Every other time I watch this show, I've never seen anybody. Oh, well, I have. Love Island USA. I ain't never seen nobody on Love Island USA who know how to kiss. ACAB, but he know what he doing. I said, oh. Wee. Anyway, my mom's here. I got to be good, Sean. But out of that challenge, you saw some people kind of struggle. You saw that, my baby KC, he had to, he a little nervous. He didn't really woo the girls because the kissing. Yeah, he was humble. He didn't really woo the girls because the kissing was a little weird. You need to get some tips from that pig. You know what he doing? Amen. Former pig. Why did he lead with that? You start off telling everybody you a cop. People gonna be a little. You started off cop, baby daddy. That's too much. That's too much for them girls to take in. So he is moping around because he's just like, oh, nobody wants me. You got a lot going on, brother. I'm not sure.
Well, I like he did that because if you remember
well, he has to. Don't hide it, but let people know. But it's just like people, the girl's gonna be a little freaked out.
Yeah, but
you got a lot going on.
He just.
Mom, let me tell you something. You're not new here. What we will not do is speak that demonic name on this platform.
Okay, well,
Exactly. Anyway, we never talked about the guys. So we meet the guys. We meet KC. He's a cutie. We meet the pig. Then who's another one? We meet Nick's Tether, which is Bryce. Then we meet Afro Latino Ace, which is Sincere. And then last but certainly not the least, we meet Biblically Accurate Jesus, also known as Zach, who is Charlie's brother. They got to do a 23andMe. Because I said, what? Y'all telling me this is a white man?
No, that's his brother.
Yes, but Charlie looks like. First of all, they look. Yes, but they keep on telling me they Greek. Aren't Greeks white?
But he looks Greek.
No, Mom, he does not look Greek.
How many Greek men do you know?
Is Jesus of Nazareth Greek? Exactly. He looks just like him.
No,
this is how he's described. This is exactly how Jesus is described. This is biblically accurate Jesus.
No, it ain't.
Okay?
Read the Bible.
You don't know him. This is biblically accurate Jesus. That is exactly what it is given. I'm not seeing no Greek man. Hello, Prince of Egypt. Hello, Prince of Egypt. Let's do a 23andMe. Was Mama outside? Because Charlie gives Conquistador, and this is biblically accurate Jesus. But anyway, these are the boys that arrive. So we do the compatible challenge. Everybody picks a door or who they're compatible, and they kiss. The cop eats. You know what? I hate to say it. No disrespect to Hosanna, but Jesus can kiss too. I said, oh, Hallelujah. Yeah, who knew? Who knew that the Lord had it in him? He can kiss as well. And I think that really got the women. I don't, here's the thing. The pig was scaring the hoes because he was kissing them down. And they still were not choosing him. I need some behind the scenes tea. I need some behind the scenes tea. Um, I will say this about it's Serenity from here on out. I'm sorry because I'm going to say it. I feel this way about Trinity/Serenity. I felt like in the beginning, and maybe this wasn't her because she dropped this idea so quickly. Maybe it was production, but I felt like she was trying to make Nicolandria happen. She was trying to convince us so badly that she was attracted to Bryce. And I said, "You're trying to do a Nicolandria." Nope. The stars are not aligning. Yes. The stars are not aligning. This is not Nicolandria. She kept on, oh, Bryce is my type. Bryce is so cute. Bryce got a vibe. No, he don't. That conversation where her and Bryce is talking about, I don't want to say it, but I fix garbage trucks. And she's like, ain't nothing wrong with fixing garbage trucks. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. Y'all got no chemistry. I felt like that was so forced. And I'm like, no, Nicolandria will never happen again. We got to let it go. And that she did. So anyway, we get the compatible challenge. And in this compatible challenge, everybody got a kiss or whatever and find out how much they have in common. And then immediately after that, we have the coupling. Seal the door thing. Everybody has to get behind the door of the guy that they want. So Serenity chooses Bryce. That had to be production. I didn't believe that. Beatrice and Sean, they couple up. Sean is actually smitten with Beatrice. It's not the same for her child. But nobody picked my baby because I'm liking KC for now. Nobody picked KC and his feelings were so hurt. He opened that door and he said, oh, yo. Even Ariana, she was like, Nobody was behind his door. And I don't like them playing in his face trying to humble him. Because what did he do? Okay, he's not the best kisser. Not everybody can kiss like that cop. Especially at that age. That cop is 30. He got a baby. He got some experience. Give him a chance. I don't like how they did him. I do not like how they did him. He was so humble. He was so hurt. I felt so bad for him. But baby, you got to work on that kissing. I think that's what it was. Melanie and Anaya, they end up choosing, they stand behind the door to pick Afro-Latino Ace. And he ends up picking Melanie, which I knew. They were vibing. I knew that something like that was going to happen. Kinsey from Kennesaw, she chooses biblically accurate Jesus. The Savior is not into her, but we will get into that. By default, Anaya and KC end up teaming up. So then we find out that Melanie, where is she? Melanie, also known as Adriana, Melanie and Sincere, they sit down to chat and they sit down to get to know each other. We find out that they're both Eagles fans. I'm liking the Afro-Latinos. The Afro-Latinos are winning me over. I'm liking the Afro-Latinos. They are both Eagles fans. I'm liking it. Then Beatrice, she sits down and she talks to the cop. This is why she's my girl. When she was talking to the cop, he was telling her about all the things that he likes. You know, they were both telling each other about themselves. And he said, oh, I like country. And she was like, country? She was like, country music? And he was like, yeah. She was like, oh, okay. He was like, so what would you do if we in a car and I listen to country music? She was just like, I would rather acquire another disability than to ever hear country music. And then she just started dragging out of country music. I was just like, I like her. This is my girl, she was not trying to impress him at all. She was just like, oh no, absolutely not. Also, Sean, it's not helping you. It's not helping that you a pig, a baby daddy, and you listen to country music. You are literally the definition of scaring the hoes. Like, bro, you not leading out with the best. You should have led with former cop. And you should have led with some lie and it was like I was conflicted, you know. I thought I was going to be serving my community. It felt like it was something else. So I realized for me and my child, I had to do something better. Lie, right? Do that, do something. But you like, especially in this day and age, especially with, is he Gen Z? I think he's Gen Z. Like you elder, but y'all generation are real ACAB. So to lead with that on a dating show, and you know you got a kid, you scaring the hoes, brother. Scaring the hoes. So Jesus lets Kenzie know, colored only. Jesus got a preference, and it's the melanated. Because he was talking to Kenzie, he was just like, well, you know, typically my type. My type is tan. Listen, when Black women, because y'all going a little crazy, it's getting weird, going a little crazy on the interwebs, because the Savior, Hosanna, because he said that he likes melanated women. If he wanted to say that he liked Black women, he would have said it, right? He didn't. When non-Black people say dark features, they don't mean Negro. And I don't know why it's not clocking. They mean a European that has dark eyebrows, like brown eyebrows, brown eyes, a tinge of melanin, and brown hair. Y'all done heard him say dark features, and y'all said dark skin. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Y'all need to learn the lingo of the Caucasus people because y'all are getting your hopes up. And if he turns around and picks something else, something that's given Mary Magdalene and not Serenity, you're going to get your feelings hurt. So you have to understand and learn the lingo. Dark features does not mean Negro. Okay? And I don't know why the hell in 2026 you getting excited because something non-Black is making you feel like you being chosen. What's up with that, sister? Let's decolonize our coochie. Hello. Anyway, but Jesus let Kenzie know, colored only. Okay? He said, "I get away from me, white devil. This is not what I want. I want something a little hair like sheep's wool, skin like bronze. That's what I'm looking for. Something more towards me." And that hurt Kenzie's feelings because I feel like Kenzie is the standard where she's from. And Hosanna said, not for me. And I don't think she's used to that. I also feel like he is perceived as a man of color. So to have a man of color as a white woman deny you when you have been told that everybody, especially the colors that are beneath you, are supposed to desire you and worship you, and you're not getting that, especially from the Savior, feelings are hurt. Feelings are hurt, and she is not dealing with that rejection. I will say this, we're not going to make him a bad guy because he's not attracted to her. And the girl saying it's a red flag and everything, and Kenzie running to the girls, trying to drag him to the girl, trying to make him a bad guy because he did not choose her. It's giving white woman tears. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. It's giving a little Emmett Tilly. And I'm sick of the Black girl. Y'all already mammying. It's not even a full day, and y'all already mammying a white girl. I'm not, you know what? I'm just here to collect my coins. Why am I getting myself upset? We're not going to do this. We're having a good time, and we're collecting our money. That's what we're doing. Because I was getting a little too deep. No, we're not doing that here. We're not doing that here. Kenzie, Jesus rejected you. Deal with it. Deal with it. Let's move on. So then we get into the final recoupling, and they have to now decide if they want to stay or explore. But with this show, there's always a twist. So then we get in two new bombshells. I don't. Where is I got Gabriel. Oh, wait a minute. Did Diana come in because we got rid of the N-word girl? Because I can't find her pictures. I've been able to find Gabrielle, but I ain't been able to find Diana. Ain't that her name? Anyway, right? What's that girl? Do I have her name wrong? Dana. Oh, it's Dana. Why is she saying it like it's Diana? What is her? Oh, I got her name. Lord, what is that girl's name? Anyway, we got a new bombshell. A guy and a girl. Maybe that's why I ain't been able to find her. I don't got the girl name right. And they actually come in mid recoupling. I feel like maybe they don't have her picture because I don't think she was supposed to. Dinah. Where I get Dinah from? I don't think she was supposed to come in. I think N-word messed everything up. Because there's no pictures of her like there are, what's his name? Like there are pictures of Gabe. There are no pictures of the other girl. So I'm just going to find some random picture and use it for right now. And then tomorrow I'll have her real picture up if they release it. But I am not able to find it. If you were able to find it, Star Family, what's your girl? No. But we have a new bombshell. Her name is Kaida. She is Haitian and German. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's not what we're here for. We're here to have fun. Leave it alone. This is light. We're just collecting our coins. We're not stressing out. It's real light. So anyway, we got Gabrielle and we got Kaida. They are the new bombshells. They come right before the recoupling because there is a twist and they have to go and pick the people who have said that they wanted to recouple. So they both go and they kiss. Gabrielle, like the angel Nikki, he mad corny. But here's the thing, Love Island is corny. So I had no problem with what he did. Like he went up to Beatrice and he went shh, opened up his shirt and kissed her. Oh, it's so camp. And I loved every moment. And all the girls are like, oh my God. So he kissed her. Then he goes over and he kisses Serenity. And then he takes the both of them and they leave. Kaida comes over. She does the same thing with Bryce and Hosanna, kisses them and takes them and leaves. And then Ariana lets them know that the bombshells came in and they took those people away and they're going to spend 24 hours together. And when they come back, something will happen. You just have to wait and see. Kenzie is, in her feelings because no shade, who wants to get rejected by the Savior? But it is what it is. Welcome to Love Island, Kenzie from Kennesaw. I will say, it's seeming like the pig may go home. I'm like, you quit your job to come on Love Island and you're going home day one. The witchcraft that the Bethlehem Police Department put on you, it might be working, sir. It might be working. My God, today. Let's get into episode 2. Episode 2, we get into another recoupling. Melanie and Sincere, they remain a couple. The Afro Latinos are working on me. I'm liking them. I'm liking Ace and Adriana. They're cute.
You know, your problem.
What do you mean?
There's not no Ace and Adriana.
That's what the mom. That's who they were cast for. Keep up, because you got strike one. You already mentioned that demon, and now you getting a little sassy.
Oh, you talking about the one with the
You don't even know who I'm talking about, Mom.
Yes, I do.
Who is Ace and Adriana on this show?
Sincere and
Yes, keep up.
Sincere
keep up. Because you're too busy being messy in the comment section with the Star family. You need to keep up. Anyway, so they remain a couple, but I'm liking them. I am really liking them. You know who else is working on me?
Who?
Bishop and First Lady Anaya. Ah! They're working on me. They're working on me. So you know I threw away Black Love because the black men need help. So I'm not on that train anymore. Still on it for me, but I'm not going to push it. But they're softening me. This couple is softening me. I'm starting to root for them. It's been 24 hours. I'm getting a little extra like Kenzie, but I'm liking them. It did give me pause when his eyes lit up when she said that my dad was in the NBA. Stop leading with that, Anaya. Stop leading with it. It did give me a little pause, but you know, I'm a still hold space for Bishop KC and First Lady Anaya.
Let Mama Star say something.
Come on, Mama Star. Come on, Mama Star.
Yeah.
What?
She leads with that because she's not. Let me choose my words because I could get put off this show.
Girl.
I have to choose my words properly. She leads with that, and I didn't like that either. That she led with that because that gives her leverage.
Because he was like,
yeah, he perked right on up when she said that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think he was too, you know what I mean? Because he was humble, he was glad that he was able to pick somebody. But
yeah,
I think she leads with that for leverage. And I didn't like that. He's supposed to find that out down the line because he's going to keep her under his wing. He don't want her to go nowhere. He's trying to lock her in right now today. Because her father is in the NBA.
Or was
in the NBA.
Because everybody said they don't know who he is. But I mean, listen, he was there. He was there.
Well,
according to Anaya, he was there.
Well, he was there. She said he played for 2 teams. I have to look that up because I know everybody in the NBA.
You sure do.
And I don't know him, but he was there.
He was there.
He was there. So I just don't like her leading with that.
Me either.
To use her own, her own stance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Use what you have.
Yeah.
Don't lean on your father because now you with somebody. Because of that. Anyway, that's just Mama Star's take on that. I think she should. She's a beautiful girl.
She's very beautiful.
But she has to know that. It's not. She was raised up around some, other people. So I guess that bothers her, or she, that's,
Mama Star, you want to get to the point because you just said about 4 or 5 times. Now we're going on to her.
Can't use certain wording on this show, or I will get canceled.
You trying to cuss?
No, I wasn't. But anyway, I am glad that I like them. I'm liking them too. I'll say that and I'll keep on.
Thank you.
This show just started. And
but I'm no shade. I'm trying to get you to land the plane.
No, but I don't want to get put off this show.
Well, what were you going to say?
Nothing.
We don't do no cussing on here.
I wasn't going to cuss. But y'all do cussing on here.
Oh, we don't cuss.
Okay.
The Star family does not cuss.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm feeling, Bishop Casey and First Lady Anaya. Kinsey from Kennesaw, she walks through her door and Jesus ain't there. So she is feeling some sort of way. She's hurt. It's not even been 24 hours. Chillax. So she comes through the door. So then the pig comes through the door. He does not see Beatrice and he's hurt. And I'm just like,
Beatrice said, I got options.
She said she got options, but also, like I said, he's scaring the hoes. You are a cop with a child, a fresh baby. I think that she was trying to overlook a lot of things. I think country music pushed her over the edge because it just signals something. And I don't think you realize what it signals. So she was probably just like, yeah, this ain't my cup of tea. Attractive guy who's a great kisser, but it's just not her cup of tea. So she wanted to explore with the bombshell. And I'm glad that she did that. I feel like Beatrice is going to be probably the only woman who really plays Love Island the way it should be played, the way I've been rooting for the women to play. And I am absolutely rooting for her. So then we get the whole conversation where Kinsey is chatting with the girls and she is basically trying to build a case against the son of man. And I don't like it. Right, because
girl, would you stop there?
Because because he's not sure you're not his type doesn't mean that he is a bad guy. And she starts doing all this crying about like how much she liked him. It's been 24, not even 24 hours. Tighten up. Like it's weird. It's weird. And it's also, if you are here right already and you're doing all this crying, it's real weird to me. It's real awkward. You and this guy really haven't had much conversation. You don't even know him. For you to be crying like that makes me feel like you're trying to manipulate. And if those tears come to you that easily, looking the way you look, it's real alarming. It's real alarming. So I did not like that. Like you're over here falling out over this dude. And I'm just like, is this the finest deity that you've ever dated? It hasn't been a finer one. Like, come on. This is Love Island. I feel like every year the girls forget what show they're on. Y'all, it becomes Pick Me Island. And if the guy don't choose you, you falling out. Beatrice is playing this game. This is how you are supposed to play it. I'm rooting for her. She already got my vote, and I'm not voting in this show. I'm just collecting my coin and minding my business and having a good time with my friends. But if I did vote, I would absolutely vote for her because she is playing the game the way that I want the women of Love Island to play. Kinsey, maybe you shouldn't unpacked your luggage. So anyway, now we get to Threesome Island. So the show is going back and forth. We're going back and forth to the OG Love Island cast and the rejects, and then we get the rest of the Love Island cast with the bombshells, and it's becoming Threesome Island. They all are in 2 rooms. So you have Nick's tether, what's her name? Kaida, Haitian and German chick, and I will say she looks like the cultures that are her parents. Like I get Haitian and German. I can absolutely see it. We get her, and it's Kaida, Nick's tether, and Savior. So they're all in one room, and they have to go, which is so weird. They gotta go. The guys gotta go out the room. And one of them talks to Kaida, and then the other one comes in, and it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, how long did they film this? So anyway, at the end of the night, they also have to sleep in the same bed. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, go ahead, Mama Star.
That freaky dick, y'all didn't like that.
Yeah.
Now, what is they introducing the
threesomes to these children?
Come on. Now, come on, love. Now, if they want to get rid of me.
Okay. Now listen, we know y'all freaks over there. You know this is Freaky Deaky Island. But episode 2, we already doing threesomes. Now hold on.
Yeah, and they know Northwest watching it.
Huh?
Her crew.
Oh, mom, they're celebrity kids. They're different.
Child. No, they
be in rehab at 9. They're different. But I was just like, oh, okay. It's Lord, I thought y'all worked up to the freakiness. I thought y'all slowly introduced us to the freakiness. Episode 2, Threesome Island. My God, today.
Yeah, where is we going with this?
I will say this. Kaida knew what she wanted. And I felt bad for Bryce because he really liked her. Bryce and Zach were going back and forth, like trying to really get Kaida. But the Prince of Egypt was not playing around.
Bryce
he was not get Bryce and Kinsey.
Bryce is just so
dry. That's the thing. They want another Nick, and I'm just like, this ain't Nick. Nick was fun. Nick was cool. Bryce, no shade. He's just not giving that. But again, it's only 2 episodes. We will see. Anyway, Kaida was really into the Prince of Egypt. Like she was locked into him, and he was locked into her. I will say, I don't think that he's breadcrumbing Black women or, the ethnics with a Black parent. However, the conversation he was having with her, he was really trying to find out what she was mixed with. And I said, oh, so the Savior like a little biracial girl.
You better stop calling him.
He likes biracials. Why, Mom? What's the problem?
Before that light break down and all this and that. God don't play them kind of game. Girl.
God don't play them kind of game. Jesus is agreeing with me.
It's not.
How do you know this isn't the second coming?
He's not the Savior.
How do you know?
Stop misinforming people.
How do you know?
I know.
Mess around and have them people in Fiji walking on water, and then what? Okay. Anyway.
He kissing down. The Savior is kissing down.
Listen, y'all didn't know about Jesus in his teenage years. Y'all met him at 30. Okay. Y'all don't know what he was probably cutting up. Y'all don't know. Anyway, the Prince of Egypt, he was really like trying to find out what she was mixed with. He was like, so what's your ethnicity? I'm like, oh, right out the gate. And Kaida was like, I'm Haitian and my mom is German. He was like, oh, Haitian and German. I said, oh, please stop giving the Black girls hope. Please stop giving the white adjacent Black girls hope, because I know when they watched that scene, they were like, oh my God, we have a shot. Biracial. If you're not biracial, to the back of the bus you go. I don't like, y'all keep on trying to ship him with Serenity. Y'all gonna get your feelings hurt. Anyway, he was very adamant about finding out what she was mixed with. When he found out, he was so happy. I feel like he's a biracial chaser, and it's a specific biracial chaser. Like the biracial girl that the biracial girl that he's interested in gotta have a Black parent. Like Black and something else. That's the thing. I think any girl that's like Black and something else could get him. You just gotta have. I don't think you want a full Black. I think you like a nice little biracial, a nice little partial. I don't think you want the full experience. If you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Brother on the show.
But Charlie was going after the melanated too.
No, what I'm saying is he kind of had a little up on everything because he watched his brother and probably got some tips from his brother or whatever.
So you think that he is biracial chasing because he got tips from his brother?
No, I'm not saying that.
So please explain yourself. I'm trying to understand.
Some tips from his brother, and he told him to lock in. Go for what you know, but lock in. So that you can have, what I mean? Find somebody and lock in so you get some longevity on the show.
Kids were trying to lock in.
But he didn't want her.
Period. So, Kaida and Zach, it's very obvious that there is a lot of chemistry with them. They pretty much left Bryce out, and I felt so bad because Bryce is sleeping on the end of the bed, and Kaida and Hosanna are making out in the bed.
I'm leave the show. I'm uncomfortable.
Don't threaten me with a good time. You don't even know him. So they are making out, and poor Bryce is.
You don't know him.
I know him.
Oh, you don't know
I know him. I know him. I read the Bible front and back, all 66 books.
You can read whatever you want.
And the Maccabees.
And still don't know.
All
That's
66.
Where you get your information from the Maccabees.
All 66 books, front and back.
They're gonna wind up.
New international standard and King James. Please don't play with me. I am Vacation Bible School.
Yeah, on a vacation.
So then we get to the other threesome hotel room, and it's Gabrielle, Serenity, and Beatrice. I don't know who he's into at this point, because Gabe is making out with the both of them. Heavy. And he is really relying on being Brazilian.
Sent me home off that island.
Yeah, Mom, neither one of us could do Love Island. But he is relying on being Brazilian heavy. I will say he's an attractive man. If you are sending a Brazilian man on this show, no shade to him, I'm expecting something else. No shade, like to Gabe. I'm expecting something. No shade. He gives me
that
like
is shade. No shade.
No shade. He gives you like Miami Cuban. When you say Brazilian, I'm expecting something very, very different. And I know Brazilian people come in this, but like I feel like there's just a certain standard with Brazilian people that I was like, I would have expected if you're getting a Brazilian guy, like there's no competition. You know, Gabe, again, it's a fine individual, but I didn't. I was like, Brazil. The bar is so high for you guys. No shade, but he's doing what he needs to do. He got the tattoos. He got the girls going crazy. Beatrice, listen, she can't get enough of him. She liking what she's seeing. So we leave Threesome Island and then we get back to regular Love Island. And here's the thing. Like I said, these two are working on me, right? I'm starting to like them. And the reason why is because there's a normalcy there. I think it's because they're very comfortable. And I think they probably are each other's type because they're sitting down and having a conversation and she's asking him about the new Bombshell. And she's like, so what does she look like? He's like, oh yeah, she tall, light skin. You know, she kind of looked like you. She kind of got your hair color. She was like, oh, really? Oh yeah. So what else about her did you see? And Sincere was like, you know what? I wasn't really looking. 24 hours and he is already getting checked. He was like, you know what? I wasn't really looking. I was kind of locked in on, you know, if you was going to be behind the door or whatever. And I wasn't really thinking about that. I ain't really get a good look at her like that. And Melanie was like, oh, okay. And then they started making out. I said, Sincere, caught on quick, because Melanie was being real strategic. She's like, what she look like? He didn't catch it at first, but he caught on. So these two, the Eagles fans, go Birds, are working on me. I'm liking this little adorable couple. I'm rooting for them. And also, like I said,
they're Eagle fans, both of them.
That works for them. Like I also said, Bishop and First Lady Anaya, I'm really liking them too because I'm loving their conversations. They're very compatible. You know, and KC was talking to her. He was like, I was nervous. He was like, I was so like, I felt bad. He was like, I thought I like turned everybody off because I said a thing about the plants. And, you know, I just felt very weird. And these two are like, so like cute and awkward. And I love like when they kept on trying to kiss. And I was like, oh my God, these are such church kids. These are such church kids. And I just liked watching them. This is such a church couple. You will find this couple at any Black church across the diaspora. You will find them across the Black American diaspora. You will find them in the South. You will find them in the North. You will find them on the West, not the West Coast, but you know, the North and the South. In the East, you will absolutely find this couple in any Black American church. And that's why I'm rooting for them as well, because they're very familiar. But you know, Love Island is going to destroy this. So Get ready, Sims. This show is about to put you through hell. So Oink Oink is in his feelings because Beatrice chose to go with the bombshell. So he's feeling bad that he wasn't really chosen. He's given like Kinsey, which is weird because him and Kinsey didn't really click. Like Kinsey was trying to like force a connection, but he just wasn't feeling it. So he sat down and he talked to Anaya and who was he talking to? Anaya and Melanie. And he was like asking, like, what's going on with her? Because I thought that me and Beatrice, I thought that we had like something special. And then she left. And they're just like, she's just exploring her options. Like this is Love Island. Like everybody comes on this show and there's always like 2 or 3 people who forget what this show is about. And she's just like, they're just like, she's just exploring. She's just like really like you. And he's like in his feelings because either he's not used to rejection or he doesn't think a girl like, or he hasn't been rejected by a girl like Beatrice. And it's like, just like, you rejected me. I don't know what it is, but it's just very odd that it's only been 24 hours and he's acting really weird that she chose to go on a date with the bombshell or go see about a bombshell. You would have done this. Well, he didn't do the same thing, so I can't say that. It's just honestly a little weird that he's locked in. It's given military. What are you going to say, Mom?
He's not used to being rejected. He thinks he's God's gift to the world.
Well, he's Miss Officer Sexy Pants. That's what he said. The people in Bethlehem called
him Officer Sexy Pants. And, he said that he liked it. He was a playboy or whatever and got caught up, got a girl pregnant and blase, and this and that and this. And, so he think he's cute and handsome and, he's not used to being rejected. And then with, Beatrice, with her having, I guess, a disability, he just knew she was behind the door. But
you think that's it?
Yep.
I hope that's not it.
Oh, yep. I knew. He just knew she was going to be behind the door. And when he opened that door and didn't see her.
I don't know if that's necessarily it because it doesn't seem like that has been an issue on this show with her.
It don't seem like, I'm telling
so
you
far.
From him, the way that he feels about himself, he think he's all of that. So for her not to be behind the door, that crushes.
Listen, you may be right. For right now, I don't get that from Oink Oink. So we will see. Speaking of rejection, let's get to Kinsey. First of all, everybody's like, "Oh my God, Kinsey won't close her mouth. She's a mouth breather, y'all. She breathes through her mouth. She's a mouth breather. So that's why her mouth is always open, like."
What?
Yes, everybody's like, Kinsey's mouth is always open. Why does she close it?
I am confused.
She's a mouth breather. And unfortunately for her, the show always catches her when she's gulping in air.
Okay.
That's why. But Kinsey is not taking rejection very well. She kind of got a little,
Why did they come on this show?
Because you want to get, Mom, this show is, look at what happened to Alandria. Everybody wants that.
But I'm just saying, you got to take rejection. Alandria took a hard hit from Taylor, but that was the best thing that ever happened to her.
Thank God he picked Clark. Anyway, so she's trying hard to prepare her ego. And like I said before, I think maybe in Kennesaw, she is the standard. So her not being chosen by Zach, also known as Hosanna forever. So also her not being chosen by him is a, huge ego check. Let's get to the recoupling. So the cast gathers around the fire pit and then the threesome cast, they come and they enter. So the bombshells now have to choose who they want to be with by kissing them. Gabriel turns around and kisses Beatrice. And Kaida kisses Zach. Kaida kisses Zach. And so now that Kaida kisses Zach and Gabriel kisses Beatrice, Serenity has to go and sit down. Bryce has to go and sit down. And because Bryce and Serenity chose to go with the bombshells and they weren't chosen, they instantly recoupled up. I was looking for another twist, but I think the N-word girl threw the first 2 episodes off. So Bryce and Serenity are back to being a couple again. So the new couples we have are Daya and Hosanna forever. Zach, and then Gabriel and Beatrice. Then we have Casey and Anaya.
Because I'm not dealing with that.
You've been already going to sleep.
I'm going to sleep because I'm not.
You've been was already going to sleep. Don't play. Don't use the savior to lie. Casey and Anaya, and then we have Afro Latinos, Melanie and Ace, Melanie and Sincere. So those are the couples that we have now. Now Kenzie and Sean are now single and vulnerable. And here's the thing, this show is so very messy because Beatrice got a text message and she had to let Sean know that he was vulnerable and probably up for elimination, but that he was, since he was single, he is now vulnerable. That's what she said. And they were all like, this show is messy. Welcome to Love Island. It's going to get worse. And then the Son of Man, he got a text and he had to let Kenzie know that she was vulnerable and single and now vulnerable. And Kenzie was like, thanks, got it. It's been a day, Kenzie. It's been a day. Jesus was just like, oh my gosh, like, girl, like, why are you so mad at that? I chose somebody, somebody chose me. How about that? He couldn't say no. And so she was a little hot about that. And then the show ended there. I think the show ended there because, like I said before, the N-word girl messed it all up. So they got to change some things around. I think if N-word girl was still there, we would have had an elimination. And I think Kenzie would have went home in that elimination because I feel like somebody's going to save the cop. But I think Kenzie is just not really vibing with people on the island. So I think if there's going to be an elimination, Kenzie is going to be the first to go. Even if they have to do like a voting thing, Kenzie is going to be the first to go. If they have to vote to save an islander, they're going to save Sean. That's just what I'm getting right now. I could be wrong. Those are my thoughts for episode 1 and episode 2. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. It is 500 comments in the chat. I'm going to do my best to get through each and every one of them. May not happen. Please make sure you like, share, hype the video. Thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to start off with my super chat of the night. Obviously me, I knew you would be here. Obviously me said Kenzie lost it when Zach told her she wasn't the birthday. Period. His preference if Kenzie, his preference as if Kenzie is a natural blonde. Again, I just don't think she's used to that. Especially used to being rejected by somebody that looks like that, because also this is a white woman from the South, right? White women and men have been lied to not only by people within their community, but also people of color who worship them. So they have been told that they are the standard and the choice, and they have been brainwashed to believe that. So when they get in front of someone who is not, particularly of the Hitler beauty standard, and that person who is out of the Hitler beauty standard rejects them, it is a huge letdown. And that's what's happening to her in real time, because she is a blonde woman with blue eyes, a blonde white woman with blue eyes. She's petite. She was, busting them splits in the intro, smashing that eagle on the mattress because she knew she was a star, right? And to get on this show where it's her and the rest are women of color and she is not chosen, Kenzie from Kennesaw is losing it. Losing it. Child, y'all in here talking. But thank you so much, obviously, me for the super chat. Cha-ching. Love ya. Mwah. He is jealous for me. Brown Girl 44 said, "What? I didn't know you were going to review. I made the decision at the last minute. I am so happy. I love how we all game tape together every night last year. Me too. It was actually a really fun time." Yasmin said, "We are back, Star fam. I had to rush and try to watch both episodes, so because I was not going to watch if Nikki wasn't going to review it. Thank you so much." Hannah said, "Hey, y'all. Unfortunately, I watched the second episode. I only did it because Nikki's reviewing it. Thank you so much." Neglected said, "Hey, y'all. Between this show and the Real Housewives franchise, we are going to eat this summer." Yes, we are. Yasmin said, "I don't know how I feel about the cast. It seems a little boring and organic, but it's only the first 2 episodes. I hope it picks up." Here's the thing. We were gagged with season 6, right? And the thing about season 6, the girls came in, huge personalities. That cast was just, you couldn't have picked a better cast, right? So when we got to season 7, we felt the same way. If y'all remember back, we felt the same way about season 7 cast. We thought that they were so dry. We had no idea within just a week what that cast was going to give us. So I say, give this cast a chance. You know, they came in dry like season 7, but who knows how it's going to end. Remember, the challenges and all of those things and producer manipulation brings out certain sides of these people. So give our Sims a minute. The producers are going to pull some strings, play some mind games, and let's hope these kids survive it. I Supreme said, "Lying straight through those paper thin lips. He just wasn't comfortable with the age gap." Who are we talking about? What was I talking about to be to make you say that, child? The waiting room said, "I'm hooked on Love Island USA. I'm hooked on Love Island USA." We're back. BY said, "Anaya is a beauty. Those cast pictures don't do her job." They don't. The pictures are terrible. The pictures are absolutely terrible. Kaylee said, "I'll probably just be watching the reviews or at least let the episodes accumulate because, yeah, give it a minute. Give it a minute. I'll let you know when it's time for you to clock in." Obviously, me said, "Kayla 2.0 calling Zach a cheater. Them girls made a pact to call at each other if they're delusional, and that was their opportunity." Absolutely. I was mad that the girls sat there and allowed that to happen. Like, I'm a girl's girl too, but I'm not going to be a girl's girl to a delusional Barbie. He just said you're not his type. He didn't want to sit there and lie to you like you're trying to kiss him. You're trying to be intimate with, not intimate, but you're trying to like create some intimacy with him, and he is not into it. So he just lets you know, I'm not into you, and that should be okay. That should be okay. Thid said, "Kayla 2.0 is entertaining. LOL. I love to laugh at her, so she gets to say, I agree too. Like, listen, keep MAGA Barbie." If she gets like crazy like Huda, she got to go. But MAGA Barbie, she's a tinge unhinged. That's good for reality TV. But if she gets a little toxic, get her out of there. Hey, mom of 3. 8-3. Are you saying 3 or 8? Either way, good for you, child. Said he dragging that mug down the railroad track. Are we talking about Hosanna? Oh, Cordell, yes, that was such a good season. Obviously said Miguel was also weird towards Serena, but that's been conveniently scrubbed from the most people's memories, not mine. Is that someone that you want to bring home to your mother? I've never forgotten that. That let me know everything that I needed to know about him because he's making what's her name? What's the Arab girl name from Larissa? Y'all know who I'm talking about. PPG. Serena. Lydia. Y'all know who I'm talking about. As long as he's making her happy, I'm gonna let it slide. But I ain't never forgot that. That was some nasty work from him. Rob too. All of them. And Kendall. Rob, Kendall, and Miguel. The way they were talking about Serena. Nasty work. Tinge of racism too. Kaylee said, when it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, like you said, we don't need to change that. We don't need to change what got y'all viral. True. True. Um, she's such a beautiful girl. I don't think she needs to wear that makeup because foundation. And here's why. She has even skin tone, right? So her face does not need foundation. Now, if she wants to do the eyeshadow stuff, that's fine. But that's fine. But I'm like, foundation is really just to give you one clear skin tone. But she has that naturally. SEO Shogun said, "Yeah, I agree. Anaya and Trinity are both gorgeous, but the chair choices scare me for the island. That's the thing. I was thinking like, you guys are the first woman in. You got to really think about your hair. But I realized they don't know when they're going to be, if they're going to be main cast or bombshells. So coming on that show with the leave out is a choice. Oh, is it permed? Unless your hair is permed, but even still, ooh, you going from that chlorine to heat? Yikes. I would just do a twist out. BY said, Kinsey is cute. She seems very young. How old is she? Did I see braces? No, she didn't have braces. But they're all very, very, very young. Let me see. Kinsey Love Island. Age 24. She acts a lot younger than 24 though, but 24 is still very young. Is my mic on? Said, I don't mind the wigs as it typically is the norm. I kind of want to see black girls with locks more. You're never going to get that on Love Island. Guys, we have to be honest here. A lot of these shows are for a white audience. So they're going to pick black people that are either white adjacent or will pick a white partner if need be. So that's why I said you never look for black love on these kind of shows, never look for black pride on these kind of shows. That's why we went up for a Serena, right? Because that was, for me, in my experience, was the first time I seen like a familiar black American girl on that show. And I know there might have been others, but guys, I was new to the show at that time. And it was so amazing to see her be a black American woman in all of her identity, right? She was just very familiar to me. And I love that she had that confidence at such a young age. And she wore her culture so proudly and didn't switch up or dilute or soften herself for people that didn't deserve her softness. Serena was something that Love Island needed, and I think the viewers were waiting for. And I think that she is not the only reason, but a core reason why that season was so successful. Her and Cardell, the magic they made, my God, today. My God, today. Kenzie was busting that puss on that mattress. I don't know. I said, why does she keep on doing them splits? What is happening? It was such a weird intro. Kaylee said she lives in LA now, so that's why she's not giving Philly no more. Here's the thing. She said North Philly. A lot of people be claiming Philly, but they don't be in Philly. So maybe that's it. She said North Philly, but you know, she could have meant something else. You know, what would she give? She could give Jenkintown, but even Jenkintown, you got an accent. FD1223 said that's why Kenzie got all that screen time because she kept on busting that puss. I said, this is so weird. Like every other scene was her dropping into a split. Who did that. All Day Finesse said, hold on, Nikki, what is this? You watching the show now? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mama Star told me to lock in, and I remembered two things. I'm being very honest. I remember how much fun we had, and I realized how much fun we had when I was talking about the cash yesterday. I really had a good time. So no, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I really had a good time with you guys. And then I also remembered I made a bag last season. I made some nice money off this show. I wasn't even trying, and I forgot about that. And when I started thinking about my coins, I said, let me lock in. But I'm not going to be as attached as I was before. Like last season was brutal, and it was emotional labor. I'm not giving this show nothing, but they're going to give me everything. Is my mic on? Said Trinity with natural puffs could be cute. Oh, Serenity. Yeah, I don't think that's what she's going for though. She gets bangy. She is very much bangy. Very much bangy. Brown Girl said Beatrice is definitely cussing someone out before the end of the season. Oh, absolutely. And it's probably a man. It's probably a man. That's my girl. Janelle said Zach is definitely giving Conquistador more than his brother Charlie. I'd have a ball in that villa with Sean, Sincere, Casey, Zach, and Gabriel. Absolutely, child. Neglected said, I really like Beatrice. She looks like a WWE wrestler, Charlotte Flair. They have similar facial features. Let's look up Charlotte Flair. I feel like... Oh, she does. Oh, she does. I can see. Oh, is that Ric Flair's daughter? Oh my gosh. To have that guy as your father. Woo! An interesting character. Zora said they better let a braider in there who knows what she's doing to help her out. I hope the next bombshell comes with some hair and red tail combs. I don't know why they don't have glam. I think that's so unfair for these young men and women, especially the young women who don't work in TV, to be expected to do TV makeup. Like, that's so unfair. This show is making so much money. They should have glam. They should have glam. Janelle said Clark definitely got lucky with that sewing. She sure did. Kaylee said if she know how to do her hair, then yes, but sister, a weave wasn't it at all. I said day one, and you were already re-gluing the track. Disaster is afoot. K235 said, I think Anaya has a wig sewn on with no leave out, which is pretty safe option, especially with it being curly. Smart. Very, very smart. We got another super chat. Hey, Captain for Creativity. Thank you for the super chat. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Said, so glad you're reviewing this show too. Keep letting your light shine, especially during these times. I absolutely will. And thank you so much for supporting NikkiStar TV. Obviously, me said, I'm shocked to see how awkward and out of place Bryce is. I didn't expect that at all. Oh, he's the only white guy. I don't know why he's awkward. But guys, it's also the first day. Like the first or second day. Give him a chance. Remember, we asked for regular people. We got a lot of regulars. The influencers came in camera ready to give us a show. That is the thing. And everybody said, we don't want no more influencers. Well, this is how regular people are. Regular people are going to take a minute. Regular people who are not used to being in front of the camera, it's going to take them a minute. I feel like a healthy balance for this show would be regulars and influencers. I think that will be a healthy balance because you need somebody to pull the shy people onto the schoolyard. K235 said Trinity has been able to keep her leave out blended okay so far, but it's also only day 2 and they haven't done the food water challenges. That's what I'm thinking about. I personally think she needs to add wave curls instead of straight. Yeah, if you're going to do a leave out, do it a leave out with your texture and do a sew-in or some clip-ins. That is like the safest thing for you to do. I don't know if it's been done before, but I would love to see a black girl on that show who came on there with like different hair options. And like every day we see her, it's either like a new wig or a new hairstyle, a new cut, a new color every day. That would break the internet because it's also very true of black women. Like we show up to work looking different every day. And we always got that white coworker. Oh my God, did you do something different to your hair? I sure did, Tom. I sure did. I would love for a sister to come on there. Like one day we got a blonde wig. The next day we got a middle part bust down giving Elvira. The next day it's a pixie. The next day you got a twist out. I would love to see a sister come on that show with versatility, just like we saw with Serena, who did so much versatility with her braids. Y'all got to get some black stylists on there. Let the black girls who style come on there. They will eat. Movable new said hashtag replay gang. I'll be back in a few hours. I know nothing about Love Island other than what I'm told. The cast concerns me. That just means they'll probably give good TV. Obviously, me said the Mediterranean is pretty close to the other countries with a high population of Arab peoples. Okay, so that makes sense. Who knew the Lord had it in him? Listen, we about to see Jesus turn it out on that island. My God, today, Jesus during his 20s. Neglected said Zach looks like he would be from Morocco or some Middle Eastern country. He has dark features. A gorgeous man, him and his brother. Amario said, yes, I thought it was a wannabe Nickelandry. I thought that she was trying to do it. I thought that Serenity, also known as Trinity, I thought that that's what she was trying to do. But after she recoupled or like wanted to recouple, I felt like, oh, was that production? Whatever, who's ever doing it, they're trying to reheat NikkiNicoleStar's nachos, and it will not work. BY said Zach is Greek. He's just very tanned. I think he's going to get even darker on Fiji and hotter. My God, today. Greek people come in every form. My niece played professional volleyball in Greece. There are many islands that belong to Greece. Did not know that. Thank you so much for the tea. Spency said Charlie is a Nepo baby, and I'm not seeing it for him. But I'd like to. Oh, they're Nepo babies? How? How so? Wonderful Light Blog, what's up? Said when Trinity immediately said to Bryce, oh, I really love Soul Ties. I was like, Trinity is on some Nickelandria BS, but it's giving Shelly and Austin. It really, really is. Shelly, I do not care what you say. I never believed that you like Austin. Like I knew a girl, I never. It was even charity work. That's exactly the energy that they are given. Kaylee said, Melanie is going to be locked in on day one, but I think her eyes may wander if her type comes in. She did say that KC was her type. I hate that black men are such low-hanging fruit. That everybody makes them a type because they know that they'll get chosen. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing being attracted to them. But I honestly think that Melanie's type is sincere. I think that couple will be in game. They give that Latino couple who like get together in high school and are still together now, but you would like see them at like a Chili's arguing and think that the relationship is toxic. It's just like, no, they're just Latino. That's their relationship. They absolutely give me that Latino couple that met in high school and are still together to this day with kids that look just like them. Shay. What's up, said also, I think people think black women because he's Charlie's brother. True. And Charlie liked Coco and Shelly, and you definitely clocked Kinsey. Girl, everybody doesn't like blonde hair, but that's what they've been told. That's what they've been told. Obviously, me said, let's not pretend like these Love Island men don't come on here and glaze blondes, Nikki. Zach was putting major emphasis on no blondes. I've never seen that before. I think that is more Love Island UK because no shade. Oh, girl, sit up, sit up, mom, sit up or go upstairs.
No, I told you what the consequences were.
I'm raising a boomer. I'm raising a boomer. I feel like that's more Love Island UK. I don't think that USA is like the blonde thing with everybody, right? Like everybody is not going to, every man is not going to come on here and say they want a blonde. Love Island UK, they all want a blonde. The white supremacy
Love
over there is
Island
strong.
UK is a different type of.
Well, yeah, because the white supremacy is strong and fresh because they're the OGs. They're the OG architects of white supremacy. So it's going, the stronghold over there is going to be a lot stronger than it is over here. Ice Macchiato said, I was wondering why I saw so many black women were excited about Zach's comment. I'm like, when did he say he wanted a black woman? They get it all the time. And they also do this, like if a black guy, if a non-black guy says that he says, I'm a butt guy. They're like, oh my God, he's a butt guy. He's attracted to black women. He didn't say black butt. He could have if he wanted to. He didn't say black butt. Y'all did the same thing with Chris Evans. When Chris Evans did that interview and said that he likes behind, he's like, I'm Italian, so I like butts. All the blackers is like, oh, he's talking about us. Nope. He has yet to be in a Negro behind. Yet all the behinds he grabbing are white. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that. It's embarrassing. Hey, Brittany. Brittany said, I agree. They typically don't mean black when they say dark features, but I do think Zach is feeling Trinity. Now, listen, all of them are not saying black women. Zach, it's something going on there. I will say it's a little breadcrumb, but I still think the breadcrumb that he's looking for is biracial. He's not looking for an OG. He's not looking for an OG. WNC says Sean is 29 and 30. He is at the very least millennials are 30. I think the youngest millennial is like 33. It changes every time. How old is the youngest millennial? Oh, he's a millennial. We got a millennial on there. Jesus. Get off the show, Grandpa. Get off the show, Pops. Woo! Yasmin said, Zach said he needs some color, and Kenzie could not understand. I want to be honest with you there. I feel like he was trying to say it in the nicest way, but Kenzie couldn't get it. I think before he even got to saying, I like dark features, I think he told her in another way and she just couldn't hear it because I don't think that she's used to not being chosen. But you're chosen in Kennesaw. You're not chosen in Atlanta. Janelle said, thank you, Nikki. Nothing about I like dark feature screams. I like black women. He would definitely say it. It's weird. They be trying to make that happen. Absolutely. And it's given that you want to be chosen by a non-black man, which is absolutely weird, especially in 2026. Why are y'all trying to date interracially in 2026? Why do y'all still like men in 2026? But I'm just like, have y'all seen the voting numbers, the voting demographics, and how these people voted? Mom, I thought she was asleep.
Why do they still like men? I'm done. What is that? Am I lost?
Yes.
Oh.
Very. Maybe Zach, the second coming, can find you. But it's just like, why do y'all keep on trying to go over there? Y'all ain't scared? Like, oh my gosh. They trying to bring back slavery. You talking about pasta and lobster. Girl, wake up. Wake up. Drewski said, dark features just mean brunette. They mean Megan Fox. Thank you, Drewski. That's what they're talking about. They're not talking about Nia Long. Okay? They're not talking about Alandria. If they like black women, they will say black black women. They don't say no dark features. They do not say no dark features. Obviously, me said Zach looked genuinely disappointed that Trinity wasn't behind his door. I was peeping his stairs. We'll see. We will see. It seems like Trinity could have something going on with Sean and Zach, but Trinity, she got to drop the Banji act. That only works for black men, and Casey is taken.
Sean don't like her.
He may. You don't know.
He don't like Trinity.
He may. You don't know.
He do not like Trinity.
He may. He said he's like, I saw Trinity. You never know, but she gotta do a different approach with non-black men. Who, the cop?
Yes.
They all try to stay on the show, but she has to find a different approach, because the way she is performing, that's black men attracted, right? Which is weird. Where she said that Bryce was her type. I know you're lying. You only think you're lying. There's no way. No, Bryce is not your type. Okay? I know what your type is. And it ain't no Bryce. So you got to switch it up a bit. What? You like that? Them white guys ain't on the show yet. Them non-black men ain't on the show yet. There's a non-black man who will eat that up. Because you give them that fantasy. But they're not there yet. So you're going to have to find a different approach, sister.
Nick and Andrea has left
the building. Fid said that was a good choice to change Gabriel into a bombshell. Wait, so he was a part of the original cast? And they made him a bombshell because of N-word? Let me know. But he was a fun little corny bombshell. Neglected said Gabriel was supposed to be an OG, but okay, thank you. But after the controversy, he became a bombshell. The thing is, everybody is just meeting each other, so technically no one's a bombshell. Thank you for explaining that, because that was a little off. You my people, because I said Haitian and German with an American accent. Interesting. But, the Gen Z be identifying, I'm old school, so they're going to say, shut up, grandma. We identify differently, but I say Haitian and German. Interesting. We're going to let the Byron show, girl, identify how she want to identify. But that was interesting language. WNC said, quiet as it's kept. Zach isn't Kizzy's type either. Period. Break it down. She looking for a cowboy. Her Instagram photos where her exes are floating around Twitter. Wait, are the exes black? Please don't tell me Kinsey dates black men. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Please don't tell me that she dates black men. Please don't tell me that Kinsey from Kennesaw's exes are black. Please. Because you know what?
I can see that with her.
Obviously, me says specifying dark features overall is specifically referring to skin tone, because what else can be referred to besides the whites? When they say dark features, tall, dark, and handsome, they are talking about another white with brown hair. That's it. They are not talking about the negros. Negra. Do y'all know where I can find that poem? It always comes up like once a year, and it's always a black Afro-Latina girl, young girl, doing this, reciting this poem. But I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what she's saying. But all I know is that the chorus is negra, and it's always negra. Where can I find? I don't know what the name of it is, but I always see it once a year. It always comes up in my feed, and there's always a beautiful Afro-Latina girl reciting this poem. I think it's so adorable. But everybody in the comments is speaking Spanish. Or is it Portuguese? Is she Brazilian? No, negra. Ain't that? But it's one of them. But everybody is speaking their language in the comments. And I'm like, y'all know Americans. Y'all know it's English speakers that's going to see this. Can somebody write an English comment so we can know what the poem is? Let me know if y'all know. Mary said, yeah, I think Sean is going home. They are not letting an only blonde hair white girl go home. Well, it don't seem like she got a match. We'll see. SEO Shogun said, I hate that for him. I think Sean is good for the show. Yeah, listen, he's cute. And he can kiss. It's been a while. Yasmin said, Nikki, not start holding space. I got to start holding space for the bishop and the first lady. I'm a whole space. They're cute. Here's the thing. I don't need no sparks. I just need them to win. I'm not looking for love. I did not come here for love. I don't need it. I just need it for the black people to win. B Wise said, this couple looks good together. Anaya and KC. She should have not said that about her father's an athlete. Yeah, because his eyes got big. And, sometimes, especially if a black man is an athlete, they got a little breeding kink. We got to be honest. Them black athletes, it could just be an athlete thing, but they got a little breeding thing, right? So Anaya is physically fit, right? Beautiful girl, physically fit. And she told this dude that her father was in the NBA, if he's like an athletic guy, his eyes lit up. Because now he's thinking about, he could be thinking about breeding. Breed up. That's another thing. Them athletes is just for looking. Don't entertain. Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them. Back when I was, snatched with collagen. Oh, them athletes was always trying to breed me. Not the. let me say that differently. Like their parents, especially the dads that were like former athletes that had athletes' son. Oh, you gotta meet my son. Look at her. Look at her arms. They're weird. They are weird. His eyes got big, and I'm just like, oh my God, I hope you don't got a little breathing thing. Oh, why would you can't lead with that, girl? You can't lead with that. You physically fit, and your dad was in the NBA. Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Obviously, me said they pulled up her father's record, and they're blasting it on Twitter because nobody knows him. Listen, she said he played. That don't mean he was a star. Almost my mic on said, I read that Sean applied for leave and they actually denied him. His mom came out in response to the mayor. Yeah, well, they also talked about it in an article because they were just like, we're short staffed and you want to go on leave and we just hired you? No, you can't do it. So he had to quit. I don't think that he wanted to quit. I think he had to quit because the show would not allow him to leave. KT35 said, I think Anaya just brought it up as a way to make conversation since that would be a good combo starter with a young black man. But I 100% agree. She shouldn't have shared that with men so early. Yeah, I agree. Shoni said, 3 people in a bed was making me uncomfortable. I don't like this. I felt like it was too soon. Like y'all overly freaked out already. It's episode 2. We getting threesomes. Hold on. K235 said, right, like why all 3 of them got to sleep in the same bed? And when Kaya and Hosanna was making out, then Bryce tried to get in and they were like, no. Bryce was ready for a little threesome action and they were all like, hold on, get back over there. It was just overly freaked out too soon is weird. Shoni said, Zach told Kenzie that she's not his type and tried to not lead her on. She's doing too much. It's been day 1. I absolutely agree. Obviously, me said she was so snarky when Zach read that text message. Even Trinity rolled her eyes. Yeah. I love Zach for you're welcome because he did nothing wrong and he has to read the text just like Beatrice. Absolutely. Shay said, I do like Beatrice playing the field. Kenzie is annoying, though. There's multiple attractive people in the villa. Girl, you're not his type. And that is okay. K235 said, hello. I like Gabe. Hello. Like Gabe just does not do it for me. He is not what he's just not what in mind what I got with Brazilian. Not to say I'm not saying he's not attractive, but when I'm thinking of Brazil, I'm thinking of like Black Orpheus. Like I'm thinking about that cast. That's what, and it's just like, oh, okay. But I don't see him and see Brazil, even though he is Brazilian. I don't see him, and I don't. There's just a different, the way my American eyes, right? People see me and they don't probably see Black American. I've been called some stuff. Oh yes, oh I get it. I be called everything in the diaspora but Black American. I'm like, oh my God, I look like everybody. I'm every Negro. They're all in me. So I'm not saying he's not attractive. I'm just saying I did not get Brazilian. People don't want to put down. Ice Macchiato said, when Gabe said he was a Miami Brazilian, I knew he wasn't picking Trinity. Ciao. As my Michael said, I do wonder who Trinity will go after now that we know she's not into Bryce. Her best bet is Sean because he's trying to stay on the show. And I think that's it. I think if anything will happen with her and Zach, it'll probably happen later in the show. WNC said, Bryce seems like he is. Ooh, hold on. I'm going to change this up. Bryce seems like he isn't used to competition. Doesn't really need to have a personality sculpted through the 5 years of middle school rejection. Woo! So I'm going to try, because I saw this somewhere else in Streamer so that I could do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can answer. Ooh, can it be bigger? Mm-mm. Why is it fading? Oh, okay. This is fun. Look at us trying stuff. Or do you guys like the other way where I like pick your comments? Let me know. Jesse said, as a fellow Latina, LOL, Gabriel gives me Colombia. No, this is too fast. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to selecting y'all comments. Y'all writing too fast for me. I'm going to leave it up here. But my God, today, y'all a little too quick. Give me a second. Talking about Anaya's dad, Craven Moore Talk Show. What's up? Said he played for 3 different NBA teams. Okay. Well, listen, he made it. Kaylee said, I mean, get out of the way. Like, Sean is having a baby and being a cop. She just wants to get that out the way. But again, girly pop, the people don't need to know that. Here's the thing. Sean just got a lot going on for such young women. How old is baby mom? Miss Ronsugar said, listen, Mama Star, I'm struggling with the renaming too. I don't know these people well enough yet to be adding Nick's name. Oh, I'm sorry. Neglected said, Kenzie, also known as Mac Barbie, isn't going home because even though she's dramatic, she's easily manipulated. Producers love personalities like her. Now that I can agree with. BY said, especially a former NBA player, KC better watch out. Her father may not play about her. Child. Always Priceless said, it does signify so things coupled with those other factors. She wasn't wrong. Always Priceless. Write that again. Spell it out for me. I'm struggling. Yasmin said, I wouldn't say we don't curse. We just don't want to get in trouble like mama. Right? Spencer said, a pig and a baby daddy. Listen, it's too much going on. And you like country music? Boy, bye. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all type because it's cute. I think it's cute to have you on. It's giving streaming, like twitching. We twitching over here, but I'm not reading that. That's y'all typing a little too fast. Obviously, me said Trinity didn't want Gabriel once he opted out of making family plans, which I don't blame him because they both still young. Well, there are young people like Trinity who want to get married and have kids very early on. Gabe was like, I'm 26. Gabe was like, oh no. Gabe was just like, oh no, I'm not ready, not yet. And Trinity was just like, you're 26. And he was like, is that old? He was like, is that old? Like, girl, hold on. I think he was attracted to Trinity, but Trinity got a little weird. Like, Gabe just wants to have fun. Gabriel just wants to have fun. And Trinity's talking about children? You need to get with that cop. You need to get with that cop. Kaylee said he quit his job. He's surprised he's about to be sent home first. That is insane. For you, and he's gonna be stuck on that island because they don't leave. They got to stay there the whole time. Mm, 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 mm. Obviously, me said he wants a stepmama. He gonna get it in Trinity. She's ready. She's ready. Storm is number one. I know that's right. Said, why is nobody pulling anyone for chats? I don't think they have time. It hasn't been a long time, like 24 hours. No, what, 42 hours? How they pulling for chats? Like there's not a lot of downtime that they're having. Yasmin says Sean needs that money for the baby, Nikki. Yes. And is he on child support? You're going to have to do something. You want to do something. K235 said, LOL, I actually love it when the light brights get together. Just like I love it when us chocolate people choose each other. That's the thing. I love black love in all forms, whatever it is, even with the light brights. It gives me pause when a whole family light. Especially when the elders are light. I'm like, something else is happening here. Like, every now and again, like with my family, every now and again, a light bright pop out, but that's just genetics, right? The parents are dark. It's not, we're not trying to, keep a certain shade, right? We just love. But when everybody light, it's giving Giselle Bryant's bloodline. The shop said, I went to the same school as Kenzie. It's a very diverse school. She is not the standard overall. And Kennesaw, because I used to when I lived back in the ATO, we didn't live too far from Kennesaw. We used to go up there all the time because we used to love shopping at that Marshalls and TJ Maxx up there. And they also had a Kirkland's. When it was time for us to do our like holiday shopping, we would always go up there. There was a Marshalls, there's a TJ Maxx, and a Home Goods, and there's a Kirkland's. And we would go up there and do all of our holiday shopping, and then we would drive around. There was a Joann's. It was my favorite Joann's. It was Joann's right there. We would go to the Joann's and get all of our little pumpkin stuff. And then right next door was a Jamaican store. We would get like 2 patties. Me and my mom, wheels up. We would get like 2 patties, and then we would do like all of our shopping. And when we were done, we would go to the Outback that was right there. And it was this, I forget his name. I think it was Kenny. But we had our favorite waiter, a cute, Happy Pride, Kenny. He was so sweet to us. And he was like, hey girls, are you guys getting the same thing? And we was like, yes, Kenny, we're getting the same thing. I used to love it up there, but it was Caucasian. Obviously, me said she probably great to fellow Georgia whites in her hometown, but them international men got different preferences. Yep, me. Let me tell you something. If I was about it, if I was about that life, my man would be foreign. Them foreign, especially them Europeans, they love something chocolate and American, child. When I was in New York City, beating them off for me. Like, what is going on? I don't know what the media is showing them people outside of America, but baby, them Europeans love me. But I'm down bad for them Negroes. Jennifer said Cordell was literally the only man with the mind of his own that season. And that's why I loved him. No matter how much they wanted him to get away from her, no matter how many exotic girls they threw at him, he said, this is what I want. I love them too. Shay said, wait, why didn't they like Serena? I need to watch the season. I also don't like how Leah did Janae. Listen, we like Leah because Janae and Serena rock with her. Leah had her moments. But it was just like, What's happening here? But she got it together in just enough time for us to be like, okay, girl, we're going to take you with the pack. But she had her moments. But I do not like Miguel, Rob, and Kendall. The way they were talking about Serena that entire season. It hit me in my ancestors. I didn't like it. I did not. I'll never forget Miguel saying, "Is this who you want to bring home to your mother?" Excuse me? What the hell that mean? I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Bonita Applebum, she got it going on. Said, I want to see how the black girls are going to keep up with the hairstyling under that dreadful condition. Child, me too. Me too. Simone, me and Simone back in them Love Island streets. Simone said, Beatrice knows the game and is here for a good time. She came here to hunch. and that's how you're supposed to play the game. She gonna play the game like a man. And I'm rooting for her. I need her to go all the way. SEO Shogun said, I think Bryce and Trinity should have also been vulnerable. Then Bryce could have gone. I think N-word girl messed it up for everybody though. Shay said, Nikki, please tell me where you got these clip-ins. These aren't the clip-ins. This is a half wig. But the clip-ins look just like this. I just did not have time to do it. Guys, so there's something happening in my life right now. I cannot tell y'all because it's just so chaotic. When I tell you guys, everything will make sense. But my time is so limited. I am pulled in so many directions, but when I finally let you guys know, y'all be like, oh, it makes sense. But it just takes too much time to do them. But the clip-ins look just like this, and the clip-ins are they're in my Amazon storefront. That's where I got them from. It's in the description box. Oh, it's not. Let me do that right now. Because I remember I was boycotting them, but let me put it in the description box, child. But that's where I got them from. So I gotta be honest, girl. I gotta be honest. And you know what? Why not? I came here for coins. Yeah. No one. And I have not been active on this channel. I gotta do better. And I will. Hold on a second. I'm getting the clip-ins for you right now. It's the Bobby Boss. No, it's the ABH. They look just like this. I'm gonna put it in the comments, and I'm gonna also put it in the description box. So there you go. Thank you so much. BY says, so glad that Vasanya had an op. She must have had many enemies. Girl, bye. Girls like that, their little friend groups, they never like. I'm not surprised she had an op. K235 said, I really think Anaya looks so much better with a middle part or a part or a short bang in front. That side part hides so much of her pretty face. She would kill in a slick back. Kill with the slick back. Oh, I hate when my lip gloss does that. No, she would kill with a slick back. A slick back with some nasty baby ears. She would kill. Psych is uber fetch. I know that's right. Silky is uber fetch. Said, OMG, so happy to see you recapping. Will you be doing this nightly? Yes, we will be here tomorrow. Same time, same place, right after book club. K235 said, agreed. One of the things I'd adored about Serena is how she was just authentically Black American and was never afraid to be fully herself. Same with Cordell, honestly. Absolutely. We like that they were just so familiar. We finally got like familiar Black people, familiar Black American people. Not saying finally. I know that they were on there, but again, guys, I was new to the show at that time. K235 said, I've never seen a Haitian man with a German nor European woman in my life. White American, maybe, but never somebody straight from Europe. Listen, one thing Black men will do Travel with that dingaling. Hey said usually when people say dark features, that means a Mediterranean looking person. Absolutely. Shay said, not true. Nikki, Chris Evans has dated that one black girl that everybody went crazy about. Listen, Chris Evans, I ain't gonna tell his business. But I'm not saying that he hasn't been to the Essence Festival, but I will say that when he went to Essence, he was there to have a good time, and he went back to Coachella and stayed. Coachella is his preference. Essence is what he does on occasion. A white boy that wants a black woman will let you know he won't be crazy. He won't be you won't have to guess or figure it out. That will let you know. Hello, Paul Wall. Hello, Paul Wall. You won't have to figure it out or try to read Braille to figure out what he's attracted to. He'll let you know. He'll let you know. Okay. Oh yeah, baby millennials. I keep on forgetting that baby millennials are like 33. Oh, I love it. I love it. Hannah said, I mean, black men are no better though. We need to be more selective of men. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing. As a woman, I have just come to the conclusion that a straight woman, you're gonna have to settle. It just you just know you are going to be smarter than him and better than leaps and bounds ahead of that man. It is what it is. It is. You just have to. This is for the straights. Just what it is. You got to bite your tongue to be with a man. But you're attracted to them. So what you gonna do? They look good. They smell good. They're tall, built like a Mack truck. Chocolate. You gotta do what you gotta do to just get through it. Now, they may not be able to read. But the abs is crazy. You know what I mean? You can't. It's a give and take. It's a give and take. Help him read while putting on his do-rag. You gotta. It is what it is. We will always be better. It is what it is. Ice Macchiato said, R.I.P. Bryce said that he likes brunettes. Bryce don't like Trinity. They're trying to reheat Nick and Landria's nachos. It won't happen. Yasmin said, we as women need to be careful of all men because they have me choosing the bear daily. Absolutely. Absolutely. But as sometimes maybe around ovulation, you suspend your belief and you take a L. It is what it is. Listen, I'm not saying that these men, I'm not saying that there are no good guys. I'm just saying as a woman, you just have to, you can't live it within the matrix, right? You can't like live in reality and be in a relationship with a man. You just gotta live in that imagination. Because if you step out of it, you're going to lose your marbles. Live in that imagination. Janelle said, Trinity damn lying through her teeth. Bryce ain't never been her type, ever. Ever. Bring another Jalen and see how crazy she goes. Hey, Lamar. Some damn Bryce. Stop lying. Stop lying. Simone said, considering it's Kennesaw, I wouldn't be shocked if at least one ex was black. Ew. Ew. Ice Macchiato said, I don't know. Kinsey doesn't give me that she dates black men. Well, I never said date. Now, everybody like BBC. Yasmin said, dark features is something whites came up with and it means brune. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bikinis and boats. I know that's right. Said, I wish Kaida would untuck her hair. I hate when indie gender wears their hair. Oh my gosh. How specific? K235 said facts. I'm holding space for Kaya. I still need KC to convince me he actually wants Anaya though, and didn't just choose her because the black love image would be safe. Same. I really at this point I don't think they're each other's type. But I'm telling you, this is in game. This is black church couple in game. Shay said, "Are you referring to the Victoria Santa Cruz's renowned 1978 Afro-Peruvian poem, Mi Gritaron Negra? Maybe. I see it once a year. Mi Gritaron. You know what? I'll become bilingual. Why not? Why am bilingual? I also speak Ebonics. I want to become trilingual. Oh, is that it? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
Tenía 7 años apenas 7 años. ¿Qué 7 años? No llegaba a 5 siquiera. De pronto unas voces en la calle me gritaron, negra, negra.
Ah, this is it, this is it, yes.
Negra. ¿Soy acaso negra? Me dije.
Yes.
Soy ser negra, negra. Yo no sabía.
Oh, you know what? Let me stop for you two think I'm saying so. That's it. Thank you so much, Shay. It's so powerful. Oh, it's so powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. WNC said, used to be an athlete in high school and university. The coaches are always speaking. Yep. Eugenics. Imagine being a boy in sports from birth. They don't even know that's how they move. It is the weirdest thing. I will never forget. I was at, I'm not going to tell what the places I was at, but I was at this restaurant in Philly. And me and my mom and my sisters were getting up to leave. And this guy who was visibly like an older athletic guy, and I will never forget him walking over to me. And I thought that it was like, an uncle or something because, I'm from Philly. The men are Rolling Stones, crazy face cards, but they're Rolling Stones. So I'm just like, oh God, another family member that I done forgot about, or I'm thinking that he knew my mom or whatever. But he asked me if I played volleyball. And again, this is back when I was snatched. I'm telling y'all, I'm like, when I get snatched, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's giving sprinter, swimmer. It's giving swimmer, right? So I was like, oh no. And he was like, oh, dad. He's like, you look like you play sports. I was like, no, I'm an actress. He was like, oh, really? You ain't never played nothing? I was like, no, I haven't. So I'm like, oh, is he a scout or whatever? He was just like, oh man, my son will love you. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, look at them arms. And then he touched my shoulder, and I was like, what's happening? It was so weird. I was like, oh my God, this is probably how my ancestors felt on a plantation. Because he was just like, oh my God, like you are my son? Man. I was disgusted. I was absolutely, they're breeders. They're very weird breeders, and they have no idea. And especially have a black man talking to you like that, sick. Alma said threesome's definitely too early, but all these hot people in a room, you already know what's about to happen. They just met each other and they're sleeping in the same bed. I always thought that was so weird. Like, Love Island, let them have separate beds. I could never do a show like that. They got to share the same restroom. You got to sleep in a bed with somebody you just met. Now, listen, if it's somebody fine, I be like, oh, well, I got to do what I got to do. But still, sharing a restroom with them people, my God, today, prison. Hannah said, recently, Leah has been shady towards Serena and Janae. She shared a newspaper about Love Island Season 6 being popular because of her, while the author degraded Janae and Serena. You know what? That's their friend. I'm going to let them handle it. Guys, I am not emotionally attached to Love Island. I'm done. Season 7, it was it. I'm out. That's still their girl. Let them rock. Jennifer said, and then Kendall trying to play nice to Serena after. I was living. The fact that he is fully black, like, whoa. How are you fully black and people think you're biracial? What a white mom. Like, when I saw that family, I said, oh my gosh. He's the only one like that in that family. Did he go to like a boarding school? It's very weird. K through 35 said, crack it F up, same Nikki. We got like 3 light-skinned people in my whole family, and that just happened randomly. Most of us are brown or dark skin. No intentional colors. No, it's not. Some of them just pop out light, and it's like, oh, genetics. It just happens. But the most of us, Chocolate City. We don't do that over here. We don't do that breeding over here. WNC says Sean's mom on Twitter exposing the mayor. Sean put in leave. Secondly, they didn't pay for a full academy for Sean. Sean came to PA after being a Contra sheriff deputy since April 2. Oh, he's in deep. Get that pig off my show. Oh, he is in deep. He is in deep. Let me tell you something. You will never know how strong you are until you have experienced Atlanta PD. I feel like the CIA is behind it because the couple years that I lived in Atlanta, every cop that I saw, crazy how fine them pigs were. I knew then that I was always going to be down for the cause and down for my people. Holla to Juneteenth, because if I can look at something fine, real dark features, and be like, go to hell, I'm down for the call. Call me Harriet Tubman. Those police officers in Atlanta are stunning. And they love the gym. Just chocolate and moist. Let me move on. Kimberly said, you are so funny tonight. I've snorted out loud at least 50 times. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for the super chat. Love you so much. Mwah, cha-ching. Thank you for the super chat. Anyway, I think I was saying something powerful. What was I saying? That I stood up against the enemy, and I won. And I think that's what they're trying to do. Now that we're, everybody's on a cab train, now they're trying to get their best looking cops out there to try to, get in our heads and make us believe that, oh my goodness, the cops are not bad. Yes, they are. He is in deep. He was a sheriff before he became a cop in PA. 2021. What made you join the police force? Because we know what happened in 2020. See? Yeah. Half wig details, you can't, because my hairstylist made it for me. Remember, we talked about him, but he's currently on tour. So he, his clientele is booked up. And I'm not saying that to like keep him safe, but he's just like, not right now, Nikki. I'm overwhelmed. But when the time can, I love promoting my people. Absolutely. But right now he's overwhelmed. Hannah, that was not a headband wig. That was a wig that I tried to make something. It's a terrible wig. I got 2 headband wigs. No, 3 headband wigs coming. I'm gonna promote those because I think you guys will like those. Do not worry. Let me get my bearings straight, and I got you. Hey, Heather. Heather said, I got here late. What time will you start every day? 7:30. 7:30. Sure did. Let me tell you something. Philly and New York can't get enough of me. at any size, child. Philly and New York, love me. Say love. Whenever I need a little confidence boost. Ooh. I can't stand men, but I love them. I don't know. It's a conflict. I can't stand them, but I love them. No, because Jennifer said, Nikki, are you watching Drag Race All Stars? No, but I am rooting for Hershey. But I'm not getting another streaming service, especially Paramount. The only way I'm getting a Paramount subscription is if they book me on one of them shows. Other than that, Other than that, Indigo said, nowadays being forever single with a gentleman caller or two is my vibe. Being married and locked with a man is scary. Yes, I agree. Heather said, do not settle. I'm not saying settling. Forgive me. Let me correct. I'm just saying as a woman, women have been sold a lie, and the lie is that we are inferior. It's actually the opposite, right? So to be a woman is like to be a woman and be conscious. It's like being a Black American and being conscious in America. It's very difficult to do, because if you are always conscious as a woman, you will not be a straight woman. You will never be able to enjoy that man. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, sometimes you just gotta, help him read. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I am not telling y'all to settle. But you just have to know that you're the Beyonce of that relationship. You just have to know. And you can, let Jay-Z go out there and do his little rap. But at the end of the day, we know who's the Beyonce of the relationship. Karen said, Nikki, I don't know if you already talked about it, but Vasanya just put up an iOS press release addressing why she got removed from the show. Let's get into it. Negra! I'm going to learn that, guys. I'm going to learn that. Oh, should I learn it for Juneteenth? You know what? Let me not even do that. It's already some, y'all already fighting about Juneteenth. Oh, she breaks her silence. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Vasanya Montgomery breaks silence on Love Island USA exit after alleged use of the N-word. I'm embarrassed. She was pulled from season 8 days ago before the premiere after the social media videos drew backlash. I want to address a couple of videos from my teen years. I don't care if you're a teenager. Black teenagers were existing with you at the same time. Okay? I want to address a couple of videos from my teen years that have recently resurfaced. She wrote on her Instagram story Wednesday. In those videos, I used a racial slur. There is no excuse for it, and I am deeply sorry. I am embarrassed and disappointed by my words. I take full responsibility for what I said, and I understand why it has hurt and upset people. Montgomery continued, since then, I have grown a lot as a person and taken the time to educate myself, listen, learn, and better understand the impact that language can have. That growth does not erase my mistake, and I am not asking anyone to excuse it. I believe people should be held accountable for their actions, but I also believe in growth and learning and becoming better. To anyone I heard or disappointed, I am truly sorry. Shortly after it was announced on May 28th, Montgomery was a part of the new slate. Her friend, released the video. They were private. Yeah, that's all of her statement. The black man she banged gonna forgive her, but I think her time with I don't think her time with Love Island is absolutely done. So she's gonna have to find another grift on another show. You'll be fine. I'ma said on these shows, unless they're black dating shows, I only check for personality and vibes. Same. If a black coupling happens, oh my God, amazing. But I'm not looking for it because I know how they're being cast and for what audience. I've noticed that some couples throw love away because they're not each other's types, not even that they're not attracted. Yes, and especially younger generations. Let's talk, right? y'all really do a lot of stuff on types, and I get it and I understand it. That shouldn't be the standard, and that shouldn't be the final straw. Here is why. Um, Especially with the young men, a lot of you are not really attracted to a certain kind of woman, but you are attracted to the stance, popularity, success of the popular guy, or the guy that you want to be like. So you try to emulate that. So what he dates and how he dates, you look out for that, and you make that what you want and you desire. But that's really not your desires. But the guy that you look up to, or the guy that you want to be, those are his desires. And because you want that same kind of life, you follow in his footsteps, but you deny yourself of who you actually want to be. And you are also missing out on great connections, because the woman that you are attracted to, or the woman that you desire to be with, you have those attractions and desires for this woman for a certain reason. And that is because it's something in you that is attracted to that person, but you're denying yourselves those things, and you're going after a woman that you actually do not want. But you are picking this woman because you believe that that is how you can achieve a certain look or success, right? Now that just may be the case, but here's the thing: you're wasting her time and you're crippling your own life. So you end up being a misery wart, a terrible partner, and a terrible father, because you picked the wrong partner, you're living the wrong life, and you're raising the wrong kids. And instead of looking into yourself and being like, where did I go wrong? You hop on the internet and you look like a freaking idiot. I think y'all need to abandon the types and just go after what you're attracted to. What works for you? What is in you that is calling on to that other person? I don't think you should look at like, of course, you can have people that you look up to, but I don't think that you should try to emulate their lives, right? You can enjoy their art or their success or whatever it is about them, right? But I don't think that you should try to emulate their lives, because that works for them. It will not work for you. That is their lane, not your lane. That's why your relationships aren't working. That's why they're not working. You're not going after what you like. You're going after what the person who you want to be like likes. That's them, not you. Drewski said, why do so many non-black teens and tweens have an anti-black phase, and why do they think we should just move on with no actual proof of change or character? Well, they have an anti-black phase because America is anti-black. And anti-black is being anti-black or hating black people is a white supremacist construct, right? And at the time, the majority of people in America right now, not for long, are white Americans. And they have to create a narrative about Black Americans so that, one, they don't feel less than, and two, non-Black American people will not try to desire community with them, because you have to realize Black Americans, Native Americans as well, but that's not my community. I'm not going to speak about it. Black Americans have been able to achieve the unthinkable in this nation. We really are the American dream, right? But you have to create a narrative that these people are savages, right? The people who ate us are calling us savages. So you have to create the narrative that these are bad people. So, and that we are the good people, look at the things that we have, so that when those people who are not from here come here, they fall in line with that. So that's why all the non-Black American kids have an anti-Black phase, because that is how you become American. That is how you pledge allegiance to this nation, is being an op to America's greatest foe. and that is Black Americans. So that's why they all have it, because their parents have it, and they pass that down in their homes. So while we're just growing up being kids, and our unfortunate Black American parents are being kumbaya with every damn body, and we're learning unity and about, and we all gotta come together. While we're learning that, they're at home learning that these are bad people. Do not be like them, because white people don't like them. And we want to be successful like the white people. So we have to hate like them, think like them, and go along with the system, so that although we may not be able to sit at their table, we can sit at their feet and eat their crumbs. And that is much better than what we came from. Right? So that is why they all have that phase, because it's in their homes. It's passed down generation to generation. But we are supposed to get over it. Why? Because Black Americans have shown themselves as people who are very open. We literally allow people to wear our culture for fun. We say nothing about it. We invite every damn body to the cookout. Look at how Black women are responding to Zach when he said that he likes a woman with dark features. They got excited. They got excited that something non-Black would want to choose them. Why? Because of low racial self-esteem. And we don't present ourselves as people who are even proud collectively to be who we are, because of all the disrespect that we allow. So we don't respect the culture. If we are looking at all the harm that people are doing to us and still saying, let's come to the cookout, why would they do something that we're not doing? So that's why they have the phase. That's why they think it's okay, because we have yet to say it isn't. And we have yet to do anything about it. Taking away our Voting Rights Act. We're still fighting each other. We're fighting a whole diaspora war about Juneteenth, and we lost our voting rights. Or the Voting Rights Act was gutted. It's like, we're not serious. At least this generation. Like, our elders have to come out of retirement because we're not serious. So why would they even take anything that we do seriously? They took our ancestors serious. They told their ancestors, you can't ride the bus. They bankrupt Montgomery within a year. We can't stop shopping at Target. So they have the phase because we allow them to have the phase. They call you an N-word, you film a video and say, can you believe that this person called me an N-word? Why are you not dislocating jaws? Like, that's why they have the phase, because they are allowed to have the phase, because we don't do nothing. Unfortunately. I did not mean to get deep, Love Island. I'm sorry, we're not doing that this year. I apologize. Cameron said, hold on. How was Sean a sheriff and he was only on the force for like 5 months? This is weird. No, he came to PA to be a cop. He was a sheriff before that. It's levels to becoming a sheriff. My dad's a cop and has been on the force for 30 years. Something ain't adding up. Well, it seems like he probably been a cop for a very long time. He just started new at a new branch in Bethlehem. Let me get a couple more and then I'm gonna let you. Oh my God, we're over 2 hours. Let me get a couple more and let me get y'all out of here. BY said, Love Island UK gives blonde crazy. It's so weird. And it'd be the most beautiful Black people talking about, oh, my type is blonde hair and blue eyes. When you look like that, it's so weird. Oh, Jasmine, she's knocked out. She would be screaming in my ear. But I got to give it to Mama Star. We had a really long day before I even hopped on live. So that's why I'm not saying too much. I'm going to let her rock because I've had her out all day. K235 said, it kind of makes sense that all the girls would try to keep their hair consistent throughout the show, even a Black girl, since all the connections are initially based on looks and appearance. True. Kaylee said, they have done that before, or the UK version in old season. A black girl was changing up her hair. Oh, really? I love that. MSC said, I'm so happy you are back. I was already mourning not having you, our nightly hangs. It was so fun last year. I know it was. And here's the thing. Had I not done the video talking about the cast, I probably wouldn't be here tonight. But I had so much fun. I was like, oh, I miss them. It was only one day, but the other recap videos were not doing it for me. No problem. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Oh, I'm not shocked. Kimberly said, you guys, the Brazil guy follows the Orange Menace. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Hannah said, I will never forgive Miguel. That anti-blackness jumped out real fast. And see, that's the thing. I don't forgive and forget that. So I don't care how much he works out or whatever. I will never, him, Rob, and Kendall, I will never forget how they talked about and treated Serena. They didn't want her on that island, guys. They did everything to get her off the show. Cordell kept on saving her. That was our Landria before we got into Landria. They were not featuring her. I'll never forget how they treated her. Amma said, also, I want to point out that cops had the highest domestic abuse stats. So not so much of a good spouse do they make. Yeah, it's just like, why would you come on a show about love and dating and lead with being a cop when you also a baby daddy? What's not clocking? What's not clocking? WNC said, I said this before, state agencies in the Western world are assigning officers to meet people where they are. It's no coincidence we're seeing these folks on Love Island when a revolution is brewing. Absolutely. We got 2 cops. One on Love Island USA and one on Love Island UK. That is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. Shay said, agreed, Nikki, because look at how the rappers start talking about exotic and foreign, then the red pill followers that make that preference as well. Yep. Ice Macchiato said, a lot of men can't think on their own. I've been saying that. We're living in the upside down. We made the followers lead. We made the followers lead. WNC said, oh, I got that one. Shay said, I just hate how the N-word is the only slur they know. LOL, you just know when it's a racial controversy, 99% it's the N-word. I just hate how when somebody says the N-word, uses the racial slur, Black people clench their pearls. Why don't you go slur for slur? Like, it's the craziest thing. Y'all be like, oh my God, they call me an N-word. And I'm like, what you call them back? Let's go slur for slur. I've never been called an N-word. Nobody's ever tried me like that. But I'm telling you right now, let them try me. Baby, it's going to sound like a Klan meeting in Mississippi. I got all the slurs in my arsenal. Play with me if you want to. You trying to be funny? I'm going to be hilarious. It's going to be comic view with me. Try it if you want to. Try it if you want to. I don't know why Black Americans sit there and do all that crying and don't let the chopper sing. Baby, match their energy. Match their slur. Slur for slur. Slur for slur. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to let you know real quick. You ain't who you thought you were. Play with somebody else. Y'all just sit there and taking it. Would never be me. Obviously, me said, honestly, I think the part of what Zach said, blowing up, is that Kenzie made it a big deal to begin with. If she didn't draw so much attention to it, there wouldn't be nearly as much discourse about it. Yep. Give me shelter. The bus boycott was 13 months and people don't want to inconvenience themselves for 13 minutes, even if it means positive future outcomes. Absolutely. That's where it is. And listen, I'm not saying that this generation is horrible, right? I feel like we are absolutely living our ancestors' wildest dreams. They wanted us to live like this, but we cannot stop doing the work because we're living in a better situation. We have to make sure we maintain living in a better situation. I think we have it in us. It's just that for those of us that get it, it's not enough of us. And it has to get worse. And I'm like, I don't want it to get worse, but it's going to have to get worse for all of us to collectively clock in. And I don't want it to get worse because I don't have enough money to flee. Ciao, but it is what it is. K235 said, and also Montgomery boycott, like we just mentioned, 13 months. And they changed the nation. 13 months. That's it, guys. That's it. We spend $2 trillion. Black America spends $2 trillion a year in this nation. Do you know what we can do if we took that out of everybody's pockets and just put it into each other? K235 said also people generally do not view Black American as humans. Absolutely. They see us as pets. They see us as resources, object, threats, etc., but never as people. That's why they can disrespect, mimic, and kill us without feeling bad, because they see us as their pets. They don't see anything human about us. We're pets. Jesse said, slur for slur is crazy. Listen, we're not going to sit there and think that you think that that word is going to hurt me. Well, you know what? Why let me mimic you and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, because obviously you don't know what that knife feels like. So let me take out my knife and let me puncture your soul and see if you like it. Let's just see. Let's give it a shot. Play with your mama, not me. My grandmother, that was my babysitter. Baby, I know some old school slurs too, just like you. I know some stuff they were saying in the 40s. Let's go. K235 said, also, people generally do not view, oh, I got that one. I see Ice Macchiato said it's a Texan. I'm going slur for slur. Let's go. Also, I'm a dark-skinned Black American from the Philadelphia inner city. Mouth is lethal. I can roast. It is my culture. We come up roasting. That's what we know. Before we do goo goo gaga, we roasting. Let's go. Let's go. Because when I'm finished with the slurs, I'm gonna get to that hairline. And then I'm gonna get to that whole bloodline. Let's go. We learned very early on, words hurt as hard as a punch. I'm gonna knock you out verbally. Let's go. FWSC said NikkiStar take him to Def Jam. Period. I'm gonna start at Comic View. Comic View on BET, coming to you 6 nights a week. Get your laugh on. Hey, everybody get your laugh on. It's Comic View. And if you want to keep going, we'll get the Def Jam. I'll start with Shucky Ducky. But I'm going to end with Bernie Mac. Let's go. Give me shelter said, I used to say that white supremacists have a lot of slurs for each other that are just sitting there waiting to be used. Oh, yes. You get enough Italian friends, you start hearing some stuff. I went to school with Italian and Irish kids. The things they call each other. Yikes. Shay said, clocking Nikki, I got slurs lined up. We both going to be called up on name. Absolutely. Let's get canceled together. Why not? Why not? Praise the Lord. Just John said, Threesome Island felt very unsafe. I was a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, it was weird. It was very, very, very weird. Hey, my love. Star family. It's getting late. We are coming up on 3 hours.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to do this every night. I'm not, but you never know. We will see. But we had 2 shows to talk about. So, maybe tomorrow it'll be less time, but I had a good time. Thank you so much for joining me. East Coast. Please don't go out calling nobody slurs. I'm just, only, we don't start nothing, but we finish it. Okay. We're back reviewing Love Island. Let's see what happens. Let's have a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, next day. So 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 every day for the next 6 weeks. My God, today. Yikes. Get ready. Yes. Jesse said entertainment purposes only. Let me clean that up. Please. Entertainment purposes. Please don't tell me you got fired because NikkiStar TV told you entertainment purposes. Entertainment purposes. Love y'all. See you soon. Make sure you like. Bye, guys.